So, there I was, just a regular woman living a simple life in our sleepy country town. It was October, you know, when the leaves start turning all them pretty colours and the air gets a bit chillier. Supposed to be peaceful, right? Well, it started out that way, at least. I was taking a walk late one evening down by the old dirt road that winds through our town. The moon was hanging low, casting eerie shadows across the fields, and that's when I first felt it. That sense that something was off. You ever get that feeling? Like you're being watched? I kept walking, trying to shake off the unease, but then I heard it. Footsteps behind me. I figured it was just one of those late-night wanderers, but something in my gut told me different. I picked up my pace, and then footsteps quickened too. I could hear them getting closer and closer, and I swear I could feel the breath of whoever it was on the back of her neck. Panic washed over me like a tidal wave, and I took off running. I ain't no athlete, but fear can make a person do crazy things. I sprinted through that moonlit field, the tall grass rustling round me and my heart hammering in my chest, but whoever was chasing me, they were relentless. I could hear him shouting something in a voice I didn't recognise, and that just made me run faster. My legs were burning and my lungs screaming. I couldn't stop. I felt like it was a nightmare and there was no waking up. Finally, I saw the lights of a nearby house up ahead. I pushed myself harder, and as I got closer, I screamed for help. The door swung open. I stumbled inside, slamming it shut behind me. I told the folks in that house what had happened, and they called the police. They searched the area, but there was no sign of the person who'd been chasing me. It was like they'd vanished into thin air. The police did their best, and they couldn't find any leads, and no one knew who it was or why they'd come after me. It's been haunting me ever since, and I can't shake the feeling that whoever it was is still out there, watching and waiting. I ain't got no explanation for what happened that night, and it still sends shivers down my spine. I don't know who was chasing me, and I don't know why. All I know is that in that quiet country town, something dark and unexplainable lurked in the shadows that October night, and it left me scared to my core. So, like last October, me and my buddy Mike, we were just hanging out like we usually do. You know, teenage stuff, video games, junk food and cracking jokes. It was Halloween night and there was this big party everyone was talking about. We decided to check it out. We didn't really know what to expect, but when we got there, it was wild. Costumes, music, and all that. We were just two regular dudes in our makeshift zombie outfits. The party was in full swing and we were feeling the Halloween spirit. As the night went on, we met some cool folks, danced to some spooky tunes and had a blast. But as the hours passed, things got a little weird. People were acting, I don't know, off. Like they were looking at us funny, whispering to each other. Mike and I decided it was time to leave, you know, before things got too creepy. We said our goodbyes and started walking home. It was dark and the streets were empty, and the Halloween excitement had faded into a chilly, eerie quiet. As we walked, I felt like we were being watched. It was super creepy, like we were in a horror movie or something. We tried to shake it off and picked up our pace. Then, out of nowhere, a group of guys appeared, dressed in these messed up masks. They cornered us, man. It was insane. They had bats and knives. No words, just this sick, twisted silence. I could barely breathe. My heart pounded like crazy. I thought, this is it. We're done for. We fought back as best as we could, but it was a nightmare. They were relentless. Luckily, someone must have heard the commotion because the cops arrived just in time. Sirens wailed and these masked freaks scattered. The police took our statements, but those attackers, they were like ghosts. No IDs, no trace, nothing. It was like they vanished into thin air. The cops said that they'd keep looking. I doubt they ever found them. Mike and I, we were shook to our core. That night, Halloween, it's meant to be about fun. It turned into a night we'll never forget. We were just lucky we got out alive. As we delve into our bone-chilling third tale, ensure you've joined our dark congregation by subscribing to the channel. If you relish the spine-tingling horrors we weave, prepare for more nightmarish tales that will haunt your every thought. Subscribe now for an eternity of terrifying stories. It all started in the middle of October, you know, when the trees wear their autumn coats and the nights start getting longer. We were driving down this desolate road surrounded by tall trees with their twisted branches reaching out like bony fingers. Sky was overcast and the air felt heavy with tension. It was just me and my girl, and we were enjoying the eerie ambience, talking about random stuff. But then things took a terrifying turn. Out of nowhere, this beat-up old pickup truck came barreling towards us, its headlights blinding us. I swerved just in time to avoid a collision. My heart was pounding and I could feel my girl gripping my arm in fear. But it didn't end there. This deranged driver, he wasn't done with us. He kept tailing us, swerving dangerously close, trying to run us off the road. My girl was crying and I was just trying to keep control of the car. We knew we had to call the cops, but our phones had no signals out there. Panic set in as this psycho driver kept pushing us to the limit. We were terrified, not knowing what his intentions were. Finally, we spotted a gas station up ahead. We pulled in, hoping to find some help. The deranged driver followed us. We were desperate. We rushed into the gas station and I yelled at the cashier to call 911. The police arrived, sirens blaring, and they took off after the psycho driver. But here's the thing that still haunts my nightmares. Somehow, this lunatic managed to escape from them. It was like he'd vanished into thin air. We gave our statements to the police, but they couldn't explain how he got away. It was like something out of a horror movie. But this was real. We were left shaken and utterly speechless. As the shadows lengthen and the chilling tales of October horror draw to a close, remember this. The only thing more bone-chilling than our stories is the void that awaits you if you dare to miss our upcoming spine-tingling videos. Don't let the darkness consume you. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for your daily dose of nightmares. Your fate awaits, dear viewer, and it's lurking in the depths of our channel.